Much of traditional higher education was focused around emerging adults, those individuals who had just completed high school, that were now moving into post-secondary educational models. That is a very different type of a learner than someone who is even of the same age, who have demands on their time that go way beyond just school. These types of working learners, time, affordability, access, geographic proximity, these hallmarks of traditional institutions, those are all barriers to access. Those are all issues that have to be overcome. And so we are designing differently. We're designing for what is the emerging learner profile. You would think that, in fact, it makes very clear sense that the purpose of education was to help individuals acquire the knowledge, skill, and ability that they need to change their life for the better, to advance the prospects that they have for their career, for their life, for the economic and social mobility that they desire. That's at the core of the public's investment in education, that the student, the individual, is the primary beneficiary of all those investments, all those innovations that we're driving. However, that in reality is not the case. I think you have a lot of contending mission priorities, you have many contending incentives, you have many contending structures that in fact put institutional things or even faculty interests ahead of the interests of the students. And if we put the student at the center of everything that we do as institutions, we'll dramatically lift the tide, if you will, for all individuals in our states, in our communities, in our country as a whole. There are also credentials that may be of shorter duration that are in really high demand now, especially as our economy is changing so quickly in the world of automation, machine learning. We need to be able to have the capacity by which we can up-level the talent and all the individuals in it, that they can acquire that knowledge, skill, and ability, and it doesn't take 4+ years to get the credential to do so. We don't have that kind of time, and many individuals themselves don't have that kind of time. So what we're seeing is that credentials for the future will have to be very fresh, very current to the world of work. Many of those micro-credentials already exist out there. The federal government is trying to ensure affordability of them by expanding short-term Pell, and we want to make sure that that's for every learner in every modality. And I extend to you a specific kind of invitation from me to say, if you're an institution that is like-minded like those institutions that are already participating with the forum, to reach out, to become a part of advancing that innovation, recognizing that you have a perspective and a voice and some thinking to contribute to the work. If you're an employer or someone representing the workforce, that if you see particular opportunities to dramatically expand the scope of the impact of the particular things that you're trying to innovate around, join us too, collaborate with us. So I extend to each and every one of you my deep appreciation for letting me associate with you, and I hope I'm contributing as much for you as you have been for me and for the forum as a whole. So thank you.